some recap there. Okay. Peter able to recognize alphabets. How do you correct this?
Peter able to recognize the alphabets.
Peter are able.
Go ahead. Peter are able. Okay. Right. Ready? So I'm going to type this in. Peter are in the chat. Are able. So what should be the verb there?
Is or is.
Alright. Correct version is Peter is able to. Is another phrase. So if you look at it as phrase, right? Peter is able is one sentence, you know. I mean, Peter is able is actually a complete sentence, you know. So that you do not should, if that's the case, Peter is able. Just look at the sentence. You don't know what he is able, what Peter is able to do, but in a paragraph, let's say, right? Let's say the teacher says, who is able to recognize the alphabets? Let's say, your principal, Michelle, comes in, who is able to recognize the alphabets? And then you say, Peter is able. That's a complete sentence. Right? So, but on its own, just left hanging there, you do not know what Peter is able to do. So in that sense, Peter is the subject, is the verb, able is the adjective. Yeah. So there's no such thing as able or ables, you know. What you're thinking of is enable. That's the verb.
Enable.
Okay, alright, next one. Benny able to flip over. What's wrong with this sentence?
Benny is able.
Benny is able. What else is wrong?
Flip no ed.
Yeah, Benny is able to flip over. Right? No ed. Alright, can you recognize some of the things that you have to correct? Okay, next. Sorry? Yeah, okay. I put the right. Yeah, I put the correct sentence in the chat. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. All right. Next one, number 3. Mary able to drew.
Mary is able to draw.
Yes. Mary is able to draw. When you write, no past tense after to, okay? Right. Drew is past tense of draw, Next, I receive phone call from my parents. What is missing here?
A phone call?
Yes, the quantifier. I receive a phone call from parents. Okay? watercolors.
A set of.
Yes, she can paint with a set of watercolors. Again, the quantifier. And although watercolors could be many colors, we're talking about a set, yeah? One set. This will be stimulate her visual senses.
This will stimulate.
This will stimulate her visual senses. Any other suggestions?
Sure.
It's right to say that this will stimulate her visual senses. I just want to see if there are anybody else who may have a different way of saying the same thing.
Can say this is to stimulate.
Can this will stimulate the visual? Like I'm just typing out the right versions. This will. What do you say? This will.
Stimulate.
This will stimulate. The other one was.
This is to.
This is to This is to stimulate the visual senses. Also can. Yeah. Right. There's there's more than one way to say this. Yeah. This can stimulate her visual senses. What else? Okay, I mean, if you read this stimulates
Say okay.
and visual senses. Okay. If you really want to use will be, let's say, you want to use will be, how would you change the sentence? Although I find it unnecessary, but yeah, let's say you really want to use will be.
Visual senses will be stimulated by this.
Yeah, okay. The visual
Suami dia tudo ito na kurang lain tudo.
activity, yeah. Or this will be stimulating for her visual senses. Yeah, although this sentence is said that way anyway. So okay, I put in the chat the multiple ways to change this sentence. Yeah, can you tell me why this sentence is written it as number 6? Wrong there.
Letter nangko will be
Is stimulate a noun, a verb, an adjective? Stimulate is a verb, right? So let's take away the big words. This will be good for her visual senses, right? So good would be what? What is good? It's not a verb, right? Good will be an adjective, isn't it? So the reason why this sentence is wrong is because stimulate is a verb. You must have an adjective there.
Amiran Helen na ito.
Alright? That's why the adjective will be
Ako mapigyan juga lavender.
stimulating lah. Yeah. Right, but we can change the sentence to be even simpler and more direct, easier to understand. Is this will stimulate her visual senses? This is to stimulate. This can stimulate, yeah, or this stimulates, yeah. Of course, when you look at this stimulates, you have to put the s lah because this is singular, yeah. Alright, can I carry on?
Yes.
Okay.
All this will stimulate, this is to stimulate, all also correct. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm typing all the correct versions here. Yeah. Okay, this will be help her develop her language skills. Yeah.
This will be help her develop skill.
There seems to be, I'm not sure why, but there seems to be a trend to use will be. Right? So again, what is wrong with this sentence? It's similar to number 6. Yeah. No, it's not maybe. It will be. It's very firm. All right. Now, help is a verb or noun or an adjective. Verb. It's a verb, right? So when you say will be, the next one should be an adjective, but you're putting will be and then verb. So same thing with the same problem with will be, stimulate, right? So how can we change this sentence? Any suggestions? You can change the sentence by changing the will be part, or you can change the sentence by changing the help part. Yeah.
Helps.
There's more than one way to do this, just like the stimulate one.
Be helps.
And just simple it like this help to develop her language skill.
Yes, I love that. The simpler, the better. Yeah. Yeah. Hope this will help develop her language skills.
This will help.
Yeah. Right? This will help. It's not this will help. When it's will, you drop the S line. Alright? Or this will be, what will be the adjective of help? I can't use help because there's a verb. Yeah. Think of it as good. Replace word help with good. This will be good. So, good is adjective, right? Good is never a verb, right? You know? Okay, so this will be helpful in developing or to develop language skills. It's a kind of roundabout way. It's still correct to say it. Okay. The idea here is when you're writing captions, you really do not need to write long sentences. Keep it short, keep it simple, you know? Okay, this will be helpful to develop a language skills. There's so many more. Can I hear for one more suggestion from someone?
Okay, sayang.
Ay, okay. Apa niya, okay? Baca ako.
So, you know? Right? And it's better to write with variety. Just get kind of bored, huh? Right? Next one. Okay.
Singular. Teachers.
Singular.
Teacher.
So what would how do you change the word introduce?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Oh, you're driving. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Then don't. Okay. So we will go for. Let me see. Zen of animals using flashcards.
Teacher is
What other way?
introducing.
Let's say you're writing the caption, and this is in the past tense. What do you say? Past tense, right?
But the picture that is showing the teacher introduce past tense or teacher is introducing.
Okay. We all agreed that we're going to write the activity in the past tense, remember? Because you're sending the caption at the end of the week, so it's already past. However, if you use this phrase in the beginning, like this, in this picture, the teacher is introducing the names of the animals. In this picture, the teacher is introducing, so you can use present tense. You can also say, if you don't use that phrase in this picture, then you say teacher, then use the past tense. Right? So if it's past tense, what do you say?
Indah coba.
The taught.
No,
Introduce.
introduce. Yeah. So what? Don't change the word. I don't want you to change the word unless it's a totally wrong word, you know.
Introduce with the D, right?
Teacher introduced the names, yeah. Okay. If you want to use present tense, it will be teacher.
Introduce.
Introduces, yeah, with the S,
Introduces.
right? Because it's singular. That's present tense, right? Teacher introduces. The child enjoy do the drawing.
She enjoyed doing.
Yeah. She enjoyed drawing. Any other way?
Kalau she's SHE bagar S.
She is
She's
enjoyed.
bukan is.
She's. Is lah betul singkatan
Yeah,
dia.
she's enjoy do the drawing.
Okay.
Enjoys
Well,
drawing.
she enjoys drawing, yes. She enjoyed or enjoys, yeah. Let's say past tense, she enjoyed drawing, because do you walk around saying, I enjoy doing the eating? You just enjoy eating, right? Yeah, she enjoyed drawing. You know, she enjoyed drawing the animals. She enjoyed, you know. Or if you want to do it in the present tense, she enjoys
That
drawing.
means is it not appropriate to put there she enjoy doing the drawings?
It's kind of a roundabout way to say it. Yeah. You know, like doing this to scratch your ear, you know. You can still scratch your ear by doing this, right? I don't know, can you see my video, right? You know? But you can scratch your ear directly, you know? So I think in captioning, it's better to, it's just better to just do direct. Yeah. Right? But you can say that what she enjoys was completing her exercise. Then you can do that, you know, because she's enjoying that completing of it, you know.
And then what she enjoys more, the enjoys will be ED, right?
Past tense will be ed, no? She enjoyed drawing the animals. She enjoyed drawing with crayons. Right? With crayon, of course, it's just an additional phrase. Yeah. If you're writing in the present tense, it's she enjoys drawing. Right? Any questions on this?
Tidak ada.
I want to buy car.
She enjoyed drawing. No.
Ito dop.
I want to buy a car.
Yes, quantifier.
I
Right.
want to buy car. I want to buy a car.
Sorry. Wrong. Cannot cancel. Want to buy a car. I want to buy 10 cars, Quantifier. Yeah. Sally and Peter was able to draw used pencils and crayons.
Wow, so many.
Okay, let's look at. Let me start my animation tool. Okay. Where is the subject here?
Sally,
Sally and Peter.
Sally
Peter.
and Peter subject. Okay. Let's say this is in the past tense. So okay. The verb is was, right? Okay, so here would be
Were.
were, correct. Able to
Draw.
draw. Okay.
Using.
Using. You see, once you break it down,
Macam
right,
ako
it's
punya
easy.
ano
But when you look at the, when you look at the whole sentence, it can be confusing. Okay. Pencils and crayons. Singular or plural?
Plural.
Plur.
Sebab pencil and crayon.
Pencils and crayons. Is that
Plural.
singular or plural?
Ru.
Plural.
Plural.
Plural. So in this case,
Plural.
Rural.
right? Unless you say a set of or something like that. So it's Sally and Peter
Manok.
were able, not able. Don't make the mistake of dropping the was,
Dam mo na.
the word and the verb. Yeah. Hey, very good. So, can you recognize some of your own writings in the examples I've given?
Yes.
So I didn't copy your sentences lah. Yeah, I just reproduce it in a different, using different names, different activity and things like that. Yeah. So when you write the caption, you have to remember these lah. Yeah. This one before we go off, I know we're running past 10, almost 10 already. Is preposition. Yeah. Alright. I'm just
Ini bara sa slow motion ka.
preposition normally, because you need to have to go to preposition of things like to the conference center with, all these are what we call prepositional phrases. Remember we talk about prepositional phrases, right? To the conference center with the black pen in the envelope, is a preposition. After lunch is preposition. So let me clear my drawing. So you have this on in, I believe it is in your notes already. Under, in front of, behind, in between. These are what we call prepositional phrases. Yeah. Most of us will know it in, on, under, the in front of, behind, to the left of, to the right of, around, through, into, and out of. But just be careful. Sometimes it can be very confusing. The preposition of place. You can say in England, in a cup, in a room, in the house. But then, on things like the wall, the countertop, on the cover, on the floor, you use on. Right? But you use at. When we say then, please pay at the counter. You don't say please pay in the counter. You don't say please pay on the counter. Alright? Yeah. But I can draw on the counter. I can put money on the counter. But I pay at the counter. I stop my car at the junction. At the bottom of the hill. At home. Yeah? So remember when these are used. Now, this is the one that I wanted to spend more time on, which is the preposition of time. When you use month
Bila ko balik to.
and you name the month, like in January, you use in. I will go back to my hometown in October. Alright? You don't say I will go back to my hometown on October. It's in. Alright? Why? It's just in, you know? But you will say things like I will go back to my hometown next month.
On next month,
Right.
on Monday.
Next month.
Preposition.
Because you don't need a preposition there. Right? So in is used when you name the month or the season, the year, the century, the decade, and in the morning, in the afternoon. Alright? On is used for days of the week. So you don't say I will go like I say on Monday, not in Monday, you know, on Tuesday, you know.
On
On
Monday.
Tuesday morning, this is the qualifier. Now, when you have a date, I will go back to my hometown in
Oh.
November, but when you have a date, you say on 20th November, on that day.
I will go back
On my birthday
hometown
or on a special day on Hari
in
Merdeka. Yes? Then,
January
at
on
is used for time
20
at night, not
November
on night. The
at
only
5
if
o'clock.
you use let's say there's
In
one more.
January on Tuesday
Instead of
morning at night.
you can say in the night, not at the night, because of the word the. You know. Okay. Any questions on that?
Tina, that means this is same that at night and in the night. Is it same?
Not exactly the same. There's some times where you have to use in the night and not at night. I mean,
Kalo to kalo ada kawan ako yung
you're having a class at night. Okay, fine. Alright? But you can say, but you won't say, let's say the sentence like, the flower only blooms, at night also can, in the night also can. Like, in the night, it,
This is beautiful.
I got up in the night because I had to go to the bathroom, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, in the night, basically, there will be some times where it's interchangeable, where sometimes there is not interchangeable. When I'm trying to think about when you're describing in the night, yeah. Say in the night. In the night, let me think of an example. Can't know all the examples I think is interchangeable. I do my best thinking at night. I do my best thinking in the night. Yeah. It's most of the time interchangeable. Yeah. I can't think of an example where it's not interchangeable. Yeah. If I do, I'll let you know by WhatsApp. Can I? Yeah.
In the morning. We sometimes
Yeah.
say wake up in the wake up at morning.
No, you don't say at morning at all. Yeah. Yeah. But night, I do not know why it's at night. You know.
Yeah.
In the night, which is a sense in the morning, but no such thing as at afternoon or at night. I mean at morning.
No.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah. So you know, but when it's month, it's in the month and on the day. Yeah, and that kind of thing.
Tadi ini.
Always say Monday to Thursday, so people understand it. But actually, the right one is Monday through Thursday. That means you work from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know, all right, through the whole week. through two speeches. We sat through two speeches. It means you listened to two speeches before you left. We have gone through a few financially stable years. I lost interest halfway through the movie. The electricians worked through the night to solve the problem. Yeah, meaning non-stop lah, right through. Okay. Just a few more slides. Oh, sorry, let me clear my. Yeah. Distancing. All right. Look at this one. In this activity, Peter was able to draw the animals. He uses bold colors in this activity. So the first sentence is what tense? Past. Yeah. Right. First sentence is past. The second sentence?
Present.
Yes. So both sentences are correct grammatically, but first sentence is past tense, right? And you're still talking about the same activity, but the second sentence is present tense. Yeah. All right. Although grammatically correct. So watch for consistency. If you're talking about the activity, right? If you started with past, keep it in the past, yeah. Able to recognize all the animals. Same thing. This case is the opposite. This case, the first sentence is
Present.
present, yeah. Okay.
Present pergi past tense, tapi dia sering penggunaan singular
Na plural. Plural.
Yeah. Certainly.
Billy was
This activity encouraged the child to develop their fine motor skills. Encouraged the child. Up to you whether you use past tense or present tense. Okay. Here. This one. Last one, last slide. This is a special discussion.
bah.
There's nothing wrong grammatically with this sentence. Through this activity, your child may be able to recognize the alphabets. However, I would not recommend you to write this sentence in your captioning. Anyone knows why?
Because of maybe.
Yeah, you are the teacher. You're the teacher. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to ensure the parents that their child will improve. You're supposed to be sure about these things, not maybe only, right? So I would say
Your child may
to
be
change this
able to
sentence, how will you change this?
The child is able.
Activity, right? Right, your child. Okay. In this case, he's not able yet, but because of this activity, in future he
able to
what
recognize.
tense should we use?
Will be able.
No, he's not able yet, right? He's not able to recognize alphabets yet.
Will
But
be
because
able.
he's doing this activity, it helps him develop
Through this activity,
recognition of
Your
alphabets.
child will be
So,
able.
your
But
child
right now, he's not able yet. So it's future, right? So
Will.
we should use the
Will.
He will be able.
yes. Through this activity, your child will be
Be
able,
able.
right, to recognize
the
the
alphabet.
alphabets, right?
Be able to recognize
So
the
we're talking about in the
alphabet.
future, you know, or this your child through this activity or this activity helps your child to recognize the alphabet in the future.
Through this
Right.
activity, your child will
Another
be
way
able
to
to
this also can,
recognize the
yeah.
alphabet.
Yang ini lang yung nasa kanya ayat dia pasaknya. Ini yang baru dia punya anu kan.
Kenapa lupa?
Okay, another way of writing it would be this activity helps your child to recognize the alphabet in the so yeah. So there's another way, right? Because I think
Kau kelas dia cakap
what I'm
tapi
trying to tell you is try to use different ways of writing the sentences. If everything is able to.
Teacher, no.
After a while, it becomes like template. Yeah? Alright. Okay. So alright. So we had just a little bit 10 minutes past 10
kelas
already.
teacher,
So
kelas.
any questions before we end for the day?
Kelas, pedang kelas.
Tidak
Tidak kelas saja.
Students,
Kelas no pedang.
no.
Teacher.
Something I asked you all, my feedback that you don't understand.
Through this activity, your child will.
Glad to hear that. Yeah. What about the rest?
Through this activity.
Did I confuse you all further? More or less.
Not confused, but it's helping also because I like to use and to
We are necessarily are. You know.
Conclusion
For example,
Harap.
this
Malam
This-
na.
what
this
will
develops her fine motor skills. Do you really need to say this helps to develop? What's the difference? Alright. So then after that, start looking at it as phrases. Yeah. The subject, the verb, and then the, the phrases. Yeah. Right. So then you build longer sentences by looking at it as phrases. Then you know where things fall. You know. Right now it's like for example,
Children.
let's say his name is Peter.
Child.
Peter is a subject, lah,
The child.
right? You ask who. Then you ask what. What is he doing?
Holding the
Horse.
He is acting as a fireman. Okay, let's say lah.
Apa is holding the horse?
Horse.
When did he do that?
Horse. Ayaw lah. Horse.
Right?
Bukan no.
Let's say you can say on Tuesday, all right? Or your activity is right after lunch. You also can say that. That's a when, right? Who, what, when, all right? Where, if there's a where. But I think you all don't need to talk about where because everything happens at the center, so you don't need to don't need to cover that unless you took the child on the trip. Then you can have a where. And what else? Why? Alright? Why would be
Sini lah ako pada
the part
people
about,
will give much notice of my attention to living.
the benefit. You know?
Dear.
Let's say the benefit for this
Sini
is
bawain
give me a benefit for
Dear
acting as a fireman.
DUE. Dear.
Okay, let's say understanding a hero's life. Okay, let's say fireman is a hero. Okay, that's the lesson for that day. Alright? Okay. So you got your question here.
Sampai W.
Alright? You can also say how,
Along my
right?
husband.
He dressed up as a fireman. Right? Fireman. Okay. That's a how. Or he learned
Itu saja pun.
he learned to use the fire hose or something like that. Okay. Example only lah, right? So
Sampai
basically,
habis.
let's say his name is Peter. That's the who. So you got the who, what, when, where, why, and the how. So how do you write a caption here? You write a caption by saying, in this case, there's no teacher involved, lah, right? In this case, it's just Peter, lah. So Peter, alright, what did he do?
Holding.
holding a hose.
Yeah, he's okay. So, he's holding a hose, right? Your sentence already a subject, and your verb phrase is holding a hose. Okay, EMS hose. Yeah.
Itu telepon ko 11 lagi
Then
Diyos.
you can add a second phrase would be when. For example, you want to add when. So on Tuesday. So you have a bit longer sentence now. Alright? Let's say you're satisfied with the sentence. Okay? Why? The next question is why? Understanding a hero's life. Let's say that's the lesson of the day. Alright? He
Ay,
learned did he do? He, of course, is the subject. Learn is the verb. About a hero's life. Okay, about a hero's life is the prepositional phrase.
A hero like the hero, is it with the apostrophe S?
Yes, it is an apostrophe S. Yeah. Okay, so, but what I'm saying is, to write the caption, make it simple by thinking it that way. Answer who, what, when, where, why, and how. If there's a need to cover, for example, like in your case, where is not necessary. You know, all right. It's all you don't have to mention that it's happening in the class, right? However, then it will help you construct your sentence.
Is there any
It should always be who and what because you're writing the caption, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, your who could be, you know, teacher shows Brian, yeah, how to use the calculator. All right. So your subject, the one doing the action, is teacher. How to use calculator, right? But of course, you have to mention she's showing Brian the child's name right? Okay, so you can say teacher is showing another who, but the second who is not the subject, is the what we call is an object, yeah. Teacher is showing Brian, yeah, how to use a computer. That is the what, and the why will be through this activity, or this activity helps, this activity develops, this activity, double up, So in